Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Team Fortress TV's coverage of ESEA Season 25, Week 9. My name is Cornpop, and joined tonight by Nicell and Ro. And Ro, we're almost done. This is the last week of regular season, and the battle for the last playoff spot has never been hotter.
That is right. It is process week on top of everything else. Probably one of the most popular maps I can think of. Everyone really enjoys this map. It's a roamer's playground. Demos have a good time. A lot of interesting sniper sight lines, as we can see right here on the... I don't know if you can hear it, but you can definitely see it. Scizor and Shamu battling it out in this pregame as we have all 12 players ready to go. And a lot of eyes on Velocity because there is a chance for them to snipe their way into the final slot.
Yeah, because of the TF2 update, we have had a bit of a delay, about half an hour, which is longer than usual. So I know the players want to get going as fast as they can. So I'm going to read off some rosters real quick. Start off with Meat Market. They're going to have Zeep as their medic, May as their demo man, Broking and Fruit are their soldiers. Fruit at the moment is alias as Cactus Wactus. And then Cheese MacGyver and You Must Mike are their Canadian Scout combo.
And over on the other team that I did not even hear which team you covered, that's Fruit's team, so I'm going to cover Velocity. We got Scizor, as well as the other scout that I can't name off the top of my head, Shamu, as the scout combo right there. Marmaloo as the roamer, Kryptonite on Pocket, Jarrett the demo, and Bear, aka KKK took my baby away, as the medic for Team Velocity eSports. Yeah, right now they're sitting at an 8-7 match or like season record. If they win this one and Fink Gaming do not win their remaining matches, then Velocity will find themselves in that 4th slot.
Yeah, so basically where we're at right now is these two teams, they're currently tied in wins, and they both play Meat Market, and Fink Gaming also play Froyo, which is also being streamed by a couple of the players right now. So, they'll probably lose to Froyo Tech, okay? I don't want to overhype anything, but it probably won't happen for them there, which means they'll both be, if one of them beats Meat Market and the other doesn't, then they will make playoffs and the other will not. If it goes to rounds, it is very likely that Fink Gaming will win. They've got a pretty large lead on rounds right now. It's not impossible. If Fink Gaming get rolled like 5-0 by both
that's
teams,
exactly right. Actually, it's they need to take a 5-0.
Yeah.
From everything. No more rounds 4, and Meat Market needs to win 5-4 in this match. And then Fink Gaming has to lose 5-0 to Meat Market.
Well, if Velocity wins and Meat Market Feint loses, it doesn't matter the rounds, because then it goes to wins before rounds.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if Meat Market wins 5-4 this match, they will have 43 rounds 4, which ties with Fink Gaming, and then Fink Gaming literally has to not win one more round.
Yeah, and if that happens, then we will actually go to a single map playoff to decide the 4th seed, which would be pretty exciting in my book, so I'm almost hoping for that. But I don't know, we'll see. It's probably won't happen. Just so many things have to go so correct for that to happen. It could. It very well could. It's not impossible. But Meat Market really would have to step it up. And from what I've heard, they're not scrimming anymore. They are completely mathematically out of playoffs. So we'll see. Broking and his boys might feel strongly about one team or the other. They could very well just like throw one of their matches. That'd be a little unsportsmanlike, so I hope they don't do that. But they are the deciding team at the moment. They have the power to decide which team goes in and which team stays out. So, yeah, it's exciting here on Process this week. So it should be good. This is second last match of the season. You and Marxus are on tonight to cover the probably decider match between Meat Market and Feint, which will be probably the one that decides who makes playoffs.
Are you saying that's tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Okay, yeah, you threw me off there. I'm like, wow, my double shift all of a sudden? Running me through the mill tonight. But either way, we have all 12 players in the server. We're ready to rock and roll. It's just up to the players to hit that dot ready, or if they've paid for their sweet ESEA Prime and Premium stuff, they can actually have a custom message. I know that Marmaduke has a very interesting message whenever he readies up, but I can't recall it off the top of my head.
According to the players in chat, according to Jared in chat, he says, watching Shade stream, the servers are flipping out. 1 sec server freezes every couple of minutes. Just happened in our server right now, too. So that could be a little worrying. That was a big one. Apparently, it just happened again. So there is some lag. There is some issues with the server. On top of that, rollouts are a little bit broken thanks to the new update. But they're going live anyways, Rose. So here we go.
Here we go indeed, as Matches Live should ready up after the next reset. This will be it. Here we go, Matches Live, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to keep my eyes on Jarrett because he's the only player I've ever actually played against as a demo versus demo. And I'm hoping that, even though he's got that, as you can see, the rollout situation with the TF2 update, he's still going to hit that ramp slide. And watch this double soldier bomb from Meatmarket. Broking immediately taking control of IT, but gets taken down by Marmordog, who'll be coming back to the fray after getting a little bit of heals. Both scouts from Velocity doing a ton of damage on the right side, rotating on top of these crates, going to be pushing forward, and the rest of Meatmarket are backing out in dismay. And so much aggression. Shamu wants to get a little bit further, but it's not going to be a free willy. He's not going to be jumping through that choke anytime soon. He's going to be playing it nice and careful.
Yeah, it's a good passive time to back out there by Meatmarket, cut their losses after losing only 1 player. Smart move by Marmalou, actually predicting that people would go into that side area and catch them off guard. But we did see a 1-for-1 trade there. Fruit just took down Marmalou over in IT, so that could open up something for their team. They did have slight Uber ad from building better, but nothing they could actually push off of, so we'll see if they want to sack somebody in or anything. It's been quite a long time, but here we go. Fruit going in anyway. He had the mark guard out for a minute, didn't he? Oh well, he's not going to get anything. Scissor shuts him down.
Yeah, he clipped the side of the wall, trying to go around the corner as tight as he could, and it didn't work out for him. And then actually he also hit the scout that was jumping in the air. So now, the soldier broking. He's trying to do some damage here with the Cowman. He's going to walk forward, take down the scout. And unfortunately, Bear pops his Uber a little bit too late, milking it a little too hard. And now this Uber is going to be popped by Zeep, who's going to be following up. Kryptonite actually manages to escape behind into lobby. He's going to be taking the pack, but the soldier Fruit is ready and awaiting for it. And this is actually going to slow things down for Meatmarket as Cheese MacGyver over the choke, getting so much damage, but he's got the help of May to spam out that scout Scizor, who is looking really hard for that kill. And now some initiation jumping in, Broking fluffs his rocket skip, but he would do just fine. But Kryptonite is in IT, ready to push in.
Yeah, he ended up not behind anybody, but they are going to bomb in onto one person. Fruit is just trying to get out with a team. He's so low, he's just going to be able to survive as he gets back there. There goes Fruit, finally does get pistoled down by Shamu. Marmalou trades his life to Cheesy MacGyver over in Sewer. Now there's a lot of hectic fighting going on, players everywhere. You Must Mike a little bit caught out, does get taken down by a nice rocket from Kryptonite. Scissor runs in through Sewer there and does take down Cheesy MacGyver. We still see Kryptonite pushing forward in through rollout as well. He's on the Demo Man. May's taking a little bit of damage, but he's got that heal beam on him, so he should be alright. This could be a last push already. We see Shamu standing on last, but it's not capable just yet. Second has not been converted. There we go now. 2 scouts down on the side of red. They're going to get those right back up as Meatmarket are 6 strong now, holding their last. They have full Uber as well, so they shouldn't lose anything, although they did just lose 1 player in Fruit, so that could be an opportunity if Velocity want to go with this.
That they will. A soldier pick is really huge because now all of Meatmarket have actually pushed really far aggressive. They've called the push and have gotten forward to force off the Uber right away, standing in front of the players, flashing, rooming back and forth, not letting anyone in. And to the other side of the map, this last point, Marmordog's trying to peek in through the roll-up, but it's not going to work. Velocity have just bullied their way through the right side. That was a deathless last push. I was really impressed by Meatmarket calling the position they were going to push on and getting in their face, but they didn't do anything to stop them from just walking in. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, pretty crazy how that one actually ended up turning out, but here we go. Second round. Kryptonite has been consistently very fast, the first one to mid since these rollout glitches, but we'll see. Cactus Wactus, aka Fruit's been changing some spam. Nobody dead just yet, but we see Scissor pushing aggressive across these crates. Broking's very low. Here we see Fruit is bombing in, but May and Cheesy MacGyver, the first 2 to go down. Fruit as well is right on the medic. Bear is going to be trying to dodge him. He's got a scout trying to save his life. Shamu is going to be able to do that one. Meanwhile, back on second, there are a lot of players chasing in here. Marmalou is trying to do some Kryptonite's in as well. Does get the frag on a Broking, but Zeep's managed to escape. Oof.
Oh, that was a very funky exchange. First and foremost, not Marmordog. I'm trying to think who it was. Whoever was bombing, I want to say Fruit. When Fruit was bombing the medic, he whiffed a couple shots and almost got Bear, but thankfully his scout was able to get that prick right before the last rocket could be the blade that sets it into his heart and kills him, but no, that's not how it went down. So Marmadog right now going on the spy class could be ready to rotate in through all this spam. This forward hold from Meatmarket is very impressive to me. I really like it, but if Velocity sniffs this one out and sees that they're getting a little too aggressive in lobby, they can just wrap in through the shutter with no sticky traps to worry about. And actually Marmadog can call it because he's already on that side and has called it out. There's only one player guarding that side.
Yeah, now they're kind of rotating though to a more standard position. Meatmarket are. Of course, they're not going to know what that spy, but Marmaloo is going to uncloak, and he's actually running straight forward as a couple fights are going. He's right behind the medic now, doesn't quite get it though, just misses it and dies to the sentry gun right as Jarrett and Shamu went down in that kind of spam exchange. So 3 players down instantly from Velocity, and no Uber charges have been popped off just yet. They have to back off. They don't want to fight this at all. They're going to be able to safely, the remaining players get safely back to mid, but some sloppy play there. That the spy distraction did not go as planned, and Meatmarket take back their second.
Which is very good for them, but kind of in the same position right now. It's still going to be a long climb to get through this midpoint, and they're going to be the ones initiating here. But there's a sniper in the sewer, takes a ton of damage, and even Bear takes a nice rocket there, trying to keep his heals on Shamu. This is a very good spot for Fruit if he can get a good buff here to fight these players. And actually it's Broking who jumped in through the IT and was able to force off this Uber inside the sewer, and now they're going to be just desperately chasing to get this force off on Jeep, who does pop it off on his soldier and scout. Be rushing forward here, but once again, no one can manage to get their way around this rock, but May picks up a frag on the Kryptonite, but immediately gets taken down by Jarrett's excellent pipe over the top of the choke point.
Yeah, I was looking a little bit sloppy from Velocity at the beginning there, but now we see them pushing in. US Mike is extremely low, Scissor chasing them down, does take him down in IT. Now we see Fruit also trying to get out. He should be able to survive there. So second point going to go right back in favor of Velocity. They managed to turn that fight around. It wasn't looking great for them, but they have managed to take this point now, so this will be good for them. They have slight ad, nothing they can really work off of. They're still just going to be looking to push into last. We'll see what the play is from them this time, or if Meatmarket want to do anything silly, but they're going to put Mike onto Sniper, so they look like they're content just to sit back and relax and wait for this push or some sort of a pick to come in. It is going to be the Scissor versus You Must Mike Sniper battle. I don't really favor Mike in this one.
Yeah, it's not really looking very strong on him. He's got that party hat, not really grabbing that first pick as they peek the rollout room. Marmadog trying to get into position here, maybe getting a buff and probably working in while Scissor's got an eye on the lobby here. Hopefully no one from Meatmarket gets a little too aggressive, but over here I do see in lobby both players, both explosive classes from the combo push forward really aggressively, and Broking now rotating back and forth on top of the staircase trying to find his way into the point, but won't be able to get there.
Yeah, that was actually some great timed aggression there because they came in when Scissor wasn't scoped up, but now Scissor's looking around and right spawn door does find a nice frag on a Fruit. Now he's going super aggressive, gonna get something crazy. Oh no, he's still taking shots though. Finally, somebody's pressuring him and Broking. Not gonna let him get that one. May comes in and does take him down. Almost something crazy, but he wasn't able to find the shots he was looking for. Broking does end up trading to Marmaloo, however, as Marmaloo jumped in and did die. She's MacGyver, and we see the pops coming off now from the red team. The Zeep actually was forced there. I didn't quite catch that, but great job by Velocity. Even though their crazy scissor play didn't work out for them, they're going to have a nice opportunity to push in without a sniper as well.
Yeah, this is actually exactly what they need. Getting that forced off was everything that they needed from Marmadog there. And so now, once he's respawned and the rest of the players are coming in, they're going to be pushing in right away from the right side of mid. The mid lobby entrance. Going to take down the sentry right away, following up onto the soldiers who are both sitting at ramp and can initiate onto the point here at any moment. Both soldiers now jumping in, catching off the Demo Man, taking so much damage, but Jarrett surfs it away and is just very low on health. And finally, it's just going to be a slow grind to take down the last players. Couldn't focus their frags or targets, and actually going to be a clean push. No deaths.
Yeah, Velocity played this very well so far. 9.5 minutes to take 2 rounds. That is quite good. 8.5 even. I can do math. So nice job by them. They're coming to the third mid fight of the game. Kryptonite once again very fast. Jarrett as well right behind him. Broking's going to go right into the enemy IT. Jump right back out of it though. Back to his own team. He saw a player in there. Marmaloo was waiting to catch him out just like he did on that first one. But not this time it seems. We do see Shamu. The first one going to be going down some scout aggression. Watch Marmaloo. Now he is in on the medic. But look at this dodging from Zeke. He finally hits one. But now Scissors on him. Does get that frag. Great job by that scout and soldier coordination. Broking now trying to get some revenge on the Bear. He is going to get it right before he dies. He's right in the back now, does eventually go down. And there's only two players now, May and Scissor. This is looking good for Scissor, but can May hit a crazy pipe? That's what he's looking for. No, he cannot. Scissor takes him down and going to be the only remaining player.
That was very close on Me Market to retake that midpoint with that good bomb. But Scissor was thankfully on the back lines, ready to initiate onto the demo, and typically that's a losing battle. But the scouts are not giving up. Meat Market now rushing into the choke with the help of Fruit. Are going to be able to cut on to Scissor here, trying to take him down, but they're missing it out. And actually, Fruit jumped into Sewer for just a moment and actually cost his team some precious time there, but thankfully comes in at the right time to take out Shamu. Now, the other soldier, Broking, has spawned with the rest of the team, and it looks like Velocity are going to have to back out right now because it's very aggressive. But a great sticky from Jarrett is going to take down You Must Mike, and that's going to be one frag that slows things down, at least for Me Market. So they're just going to be able to take the mid and potentially look into a second push with this very tiny ad.
Yeah, that was some super smart aggression by Meat Market. They knew they had that spawn advantage. They died a little bit earlier, and now they're already charging into second. It is 95 from Bear. Zeke does pop a super charge off. Bear gonna get his just in time as well, so this is gonna be a fight, and it's going so heavily in the favor of Velocity. Zeep ends up just suiciding. All of his players died as they jumped away from him. You Must Mike still battling here on mid. I'm not sure he's gonna get anything. Jamu's in the 1v1 with him, but Jarrett comes to save his scout friend, and now the only remaining players are back on second. May setting some traps. Disastrous push from Meat Market.
Very unfortunate there, and now we're going to see what Velocity will do to close out this half potentially. We do see they actually have a Battalion's backup being run by Kryptonite here. The trap does get detonated, and now May has nothing to do but spam. Broking also very forward aggressive right now, and that's actually a flank from Fruit, who almost gets past Scissor, but Scissor keeping an eye on top of it. Gets a little help from Marmardog to take that down, and now with both soldiers down for Meat Market, it's looking desperate for them to hold on to this round and potentially push things back. And right now I do see a flank from Marmardog, gonna try and catch up Sheepy MacGyver in the lobby. He surfs around it, but thankfully the help of Scissor will take it down. You Must Mike gets a little chip shot from across the map and takes that down. Gonna be playing very defensively as this Uber gets forced off at last. Can they hold off on it just long enough? The cap hasn't happened on second quite yet. Broken now with a charge shot coming in. Gonna juggle players at the point, but it's not gonna be enough because Fruit is the last player alive. He doesn't get the last kill. That will be
the
it.
Aggression never stopped from the side of Velocity. They just steamrolled that, kept pushing forward, kept getting frags, and by the time they were pushing last, I mean, there was no way they could lose it. Pushed in like 3 up, so yeah, they're going to take this easily 3-0 into the first half, and it's not looking good for Meat Market at this point in time. Of course, this isn't a super important match for them, but this is good for Velocity. We're already starting second half row. No time for stats.
I want to drop it right now. Scissor is actually top damaging and top fragging for the entire server. 300 DPM, 16 frags.
That's nice. He's a late pickup from the season from Velocity, so good to see him playing well. As coming to the first mid of the half. Once again, Kryptonite very, very fast on these rollouts. It's, I guess this update has benefited him in this match at least, but Cheesy MacGyver's gone very aggressive very early, went really far down, but got saved by his Devil Man, pushed forward and did end up dying. Now we see a bomb in, way up in the air, actually almost hit that air shot, so unfortunate. Broken, gonna live today. Marmalou actually coming in to take down some players on the enemy team, but he does get taken down by the pain train, but right afterwards he does take down You Must Mike, so pretty decisive mid from Meat Market, very fast, a lot of frags, but the one upside is Bear did survive, and he's gonna have a little bit add 50% to save his team with.
A lot to work with 50% ad, and Fruit almost gets taken down.
Wow.
Second point, but will be able to escape, thankfully. Getting out just in time. Tried to chase down Jeep or Bear before he can get a little bit too far, but it was too late. Instead, he decided to play it careful and see what he can look for. And now, I want to see Meat Market get into a defensive position right now because Velocity are ready to push, and they are at 99%.
Yes, they are. Meat Market have to know they're at uber disadvantage, so they have to be ready for this. It's going to be coming in through IT. They pop it off very early. They want to get as many frags as they can get. They seem to have caught a couple players out. Broken kills himself. There goes May. Also ends up dying to a finished off emoticon there, and we see Fruit is a little bit caught out, but can he win this 1v1 actually against Shamu? No, he cannot. Shamu brings out the pistol and takes him down, but now there's still some fighting. Cheesy MacGyver is way in the back lines. They're all going back for him. I think he's starting the back cap. He's going all the way to last row. He might get this. Everybody's coming back, but they can't get there in time. Some stickies, but not gonna happen. Meat Market pick up their first round in the second half.
Very excellent showing from Cheesy MacGyver to take that rotation, find the opportunity, and the team slowed down that mid cap just long enough, and unfortunately Velocity didn't make the smart decision to send players back and forfeit the mid, because as a result they've lost the entire round. And now going into this mid fight, can Meat Market hold on to what they had last round except keep their medic alive? We do see here Broking on the right side and not getting any opportunities to jump in. He's going to be slowly walking in, and that's not going to do anything. Sheepman's Diver, the first death, and now Velocity jumping in. Great rocket onto Jeep. Going to knock him all the way out of the choke, and Velocity are cleaning house with Jarrett picking up 2 frags on the May and Mike. And he's jumping in now, going to try and chase down the players in the lobby. He misses the pipe down the corner, but can it be cleaned up by Kryptonite because the arrows have been missed, and Sheep is all the way back in spawn, healing up his players. They're going to be able to get second in this very easily.
Yeah, Marmalou got some great damage down on that middle. Just as soon as Cheese MacGyver walked in and died, he pushed in aggressively and hit everybody who was all clumped up with some nice rockets, and his team followed up. So great job by him and his team. They're going to have 100% now at the contest. Zeep's also 100% here. They have the second point, obviously. That was a strong mid-win, so they're going to get that. Meat Market's looking a little bit shaky now. They did win that last round off of back cap. We'll see if they can play any shenanigans to get this one out. Scissors up on Sniper. So that is the play from Velocity. He's looking in. Actually, it's Cheese MacGyver. Nice there, but it's only a scout pick. Are they going to go off that row, or are they going to look for something more?
This is actually a great opportunity for them because with one player down, it puts the Meat Market in an awkward position. They want to hold aggressively. I've been noticing this the entire match. They really want to take advantage of this, and what they need to do, what Meat Market needs to do is exactly that. They force off the Uber right away and take down Scissor and Shamu with a 2-for-1 exchange, and are now trying to get the last little bit of damage onto Kryptonite, or maybe force out Bear, but it's not going to work. So now they need to commit to this fight and force the Uber to take the fight to the point. They're actually going to take down Jarrett and Marmadog through the shutter, and now, unfortunately, Bear and his teammate, Kryptonite, are going to have to find a way out. And actually, it's Broking, who's very far forward in the sewer, gets taken down. Fruit going to fall up a little bit late, though. So much damage onto Kryptonite, not going to be able to take it down. And Scissor grabs 2 frags onto Yuma's Mike, as well as Broking from the sewer.
If you want to play aggressively, that's exactly how you've got to do it. Push forward, get some kills with your Uber charge. It's okay that you pop first because you've killed 4 of their players, then they still have to pop. So now you're at a slight Uber advantage too if you want to work off that. It's about 20%, so probably nothing that they can do with, but if they're really feeling ballsy, they totally could. We'll see now as they have claimed their second point once again. Trouble is they're going to have to hold it at this point, and we've seen in the past they haven't been great at that. But they have this Uber advantage, and I think they want to go with it. It's not too huge. It's only about 15. They can't really push already 90% from Bear, but they're going to pop it off an IT, and everybody's so far back. They have to go so far with this. We see Fruit bombed in and just died. He got a little bit of damage down, but now Bear has 100%. I don't even know if they're going to have to pop it. They're clobbering some players. Marmalou did end up going down, and Shamu's very low, so this turnaround, Mike gets that frag, and 1v1 with the Scissor now. Does get piped down by Jarrett. Brokey coming in from behind, though. Watch out for him. Jarrett is very low. He could pick that player off very easily unless Bear pops to save him. We'll see Cheese MacGyver up on the crates as well. May as well looking for some damage down, but here comes the pop now, and they've caught Zeep out so huge. Yeah, he was way out of position. Finally, Scissor does take him down, but look, we still have 2 players in behind. Cheese MacGyver does get taken down by Scissor, but Broking still lurking, coming out through IT at the moment. He's on the second point in a 1v1 Shamu, gonna get taken out from behind. Scissor actually makes him kill himself there, so we'll see now. It looks like this has come out on top from Velocity. They're going to have a large Uber advantage, 40% at least. It's still growing. Zeep's not healing yet. Finally, he's going to get there. So 50% at the moment. I think they're backing off to last. This isn't looking good, Ro.
No, it is not. Being so far behind, Velocity is taking absolute dominance on this point. Taking down Marmadog there as a desperate attempt to get to the point. Not going to work. And Cheese MacGyver also gets grabbed, snatched away from the lobby now. And so right now it's all eyes on Velocity to see which area they want to push, because there's a lot of players on the left side. They do have this Uber, and they are already there. They're going to pop it right away, getting into this exchange as quickly as possible. They're rushing to the point now, backing off May, who's disconnected from it, getting a lot of damage onto Kryptonite, though, and now just needs to look to the point, but no, it's too late. They just needed to step on the point and cap it off, and that's exactly what they did to take the round.
Yeah, I mean, when you have Uber charge, the enemy team does not. It is basically your round to lose at that point. 4-1 now. They only need 1 more, and they have 23 minutes to do it. Velocity looking to win this one and have the best chance possible of getting that last playoff spot. They've been strong tonight. We'll see if they can keep it up, only dropping 1 round so far. The scouts of Velocity are pushing fairly far forward. Here comes Marmalou as well, jumping around the map, goes back to his team. 2 players down very early. With nice rocket from Kryptonite, and there we go, another one. Cactus Rockets, aka Fruit. They're all running away at this point. Zeep wants to stay alive, and he doesn't have too much pressure on him. Shamu and Kryptonite could be coming in for him, but Kryptonite's very low, and Shamu actually meets Zeep alone, and he should win this fight. Very easy for him. Stands still and takes him down. Meanwhile, Jarrett piped down May. A couple players still fighting. Mike on second. Yeah, he's not going to survive that. Velocity looking strong.
Very strong indeed. This is the roster I wish we saw a little bit earlier. Kryptonite's going to get taken down by Cheesy MacGyver, who went for a desperate flinging his body into the second point, but it's not going to matter because now it is just broken up on the side of the ramp. He's rotating over while May is on the left side, trying to also keep the stickies and pressure on, but he gets completely shut out, and that's going to be a 5-1. Very quick round, very quick match from Velocity, taking it down.
Yeah, strong, and that's what they needed, really, a strong showing to prove that they are a team that can contest in onto these playoffs if they make it there. We can look at the stats real quick, but I do just want to update people before we do anything. Fryotech is currently leading Faint Gaming 4-2.
Let's do a breakdown of these stats just really quick to see where the strength really lied. I mean, when you look at the stats here, all of Velocity had phenomenal damage stats. All of them were double-digit frags, and no one, not a single person, broke 10 frags on the side of Meat Market. That's just very unfortunate to see because names like Broking, Cheesy MacGyver, really strong players that are just so good at their respective classes, not putting out the performance they need to for the rest of their team to break through. I'm just looking at Jeep, got 1 kill. That was on Marmadog as he was attempting to take him down at the choke point. He did get followed up by the scout, so Jeep died there, but
Yeah, and this is kind of what happens when you have a do-or-die match for a team like Velocity and a nothing matters match for Meat Market. I mean, they had nothing on the line, but they still could have come out here, crushed some playoff dreams. It didn't happen for them, but if you're Velocity at this point, I think you're kind of shaking. And the reason why is because in order to make playoffs, they aren't like Faint Gaming's already got 2 rounds off Froyo, so they can't tie in rounds anymore. That's done. The only way Velocity can make playoffs anymore is if Faint Gaming lose to Meat Market tomorrow night. And if Meat Market play like they just played tonight, I don't think that's going to happen.
not at all. So I really want to see a comeback story that would really shake things up. Maybe they intentionally threw. I'm not saying that there were some skins or TF2 items involved in this this arrangement of players losing 5-1. But it is possible that Meat Market were just throwing this match so that when it came time for them to bust over Faint Gaming's last hope of getting into playoffs, they would just turn up and take it down. But I doubt it. It's not happening. The Illuminati.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. This is not a match that needs match fixing for Velocity. In my opinion, are the better team over Meat Market. I mean, they proved it tonight. I think the other match they played earlier in the season was a 5-0 for Velocity as well. So, or maybe it was, I think it was Viaduct, so 4-0 or 4-1 or something. But still, Velocity proving they're very strong, and it'll be interesting to see who makes playoffs. Because earlier on in the season, definitely Faint Gaming were the stronger team over Velocity. But honestly, if you ask me at this point, like we saw them play just 2 weeks ago, and Velocity seemed like a stronger team. I mean, Faint Gaming, they're good. Everybody loves Faint Gaming, community favorite for sure. But honestly, I think Velocity might just, I hate this word, but they might just deserve that final playoff spot, and they also might just get robbed. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It's hard to honestly say which one would be better, Velocity or Faint Gaming. They both have such great talent. I mean, Scissor is just a phenomenal player. Really unfortunate. I meant to make this point earlier in the match, but the round happened so quickly I didn't have a chance to. Scissor is such a great pickup for Velocity eSports that it's just a shame that it didn't happen sooner because Velocity could have had a much stronger showing with all their strong players working together here. Instead, we're going to be leaving it up to the fate of Meat Market. They take on Faint Gaming tomorrow to see who will take that final slot.
Certainly. And I mean, it's weird because when they play each other, Velocity seems like a stronger team. I mean, not the first time they met in the season, but like recently when they've met in the season, Velocity seemed like a overall better team than Faint Gaming. But when you actually look at the games they've had against the Giants, like Ascent and Froyotech, Faint Gaming's record is so good. Like they just lost 5-2 against Froyotech, hot off the press. So put that one in the books. But I mean, they beat Ascent really early on in the season. At that point, EVL 5-3. They took 3 rounds off Froyotech on Viaduct, and then the next time they played Ascent, they still got 2 rounds off from there. So not a bad match by them at all. So it seems like they still play better against the good teams, but against the teams that are about their level, they don't stack up, and that's confusing to me, to say the least.
I agree. That doesn't compute. But that's what also makes playoffs a lot more exciting
True.
in general because it gives us that hope, that little morsel of hope that someone can come into the fourth seed and potentially snuff it out, take that win, because all that matters when you get to playoffs is winning every match.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, really, they kind of have nothing to lose because Feint Gaming, they're a very on paper bad team. I've talked to Sandblast. He said his goal was to make playoffs this season. Very much an achievable goal at this point. They just need to win one match and they'd be in. And so, assuming if they make playoffs, really, they got nothing to lose. They can go all out here. And I mean, they've shown they're capable of beating the Ascent roster. They're capable of taking a couple of rounds off Froyotech. So maybe that could happen. And there's also some rumors that No Mercy's been having some roster issues recently, which is why they've had to forfeit a couple of their matches. So that might be a team that they can now take on. They haven't had great results against the Gnomes, don't get me wrong, but it's certainly possible. Feint Gaming, if they make playoffs, they can pull in an upset. Velocity, I'm not sure they have that kind of star power if they end up getting in.
Well, with all that said, I think that pretty much covers everything we need to do for tonight's match and setting the scene for tomorrow's highlight match, which will decide once and for all who will be making it into the playoffs. And then from there, we can make all kinds of judgments on whether Feint Gaming has what it takes, or if Feint Gaming doesn't come through, maybe Velocity has what it takes. So, with that said, I think we're all done here. Cornpop, anything else you want to toss up? Any shoutouts?
No, just want to say thank you everybody for watching, and as Ro just said, we'll be here back tomorrow, 11 p.m. Eastern. My name's been Cornpop. I've been here with Ro and Nicell on production. See you tomorrow.